Welcome back, everyone, to the program. I am your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. Today, I'm going to talk about something to be prepared in the economic preppers vein about precious metals. And I know we've talked about, Litecoin being the digital silver to Bitcoin's digital gold. We often talk about like precious metals and silver and gold because there's a lot of overlap of people looking to escape the dollar system to go to crypto, but also to precious metals too. So I want to talk about a particular precious metal that I've been really tracking for a while, and I finally got, I finally got a coin that I'm really happy about. I'm going to share that with you, and also talk about the material itself. I almost gave it away, but so before I talk about it, and you saw the title of it, you know what I'm talking about. It's platinum. But before I get into the reasons why, please, if you like videos like this, if you like, supporting the channel, please hit the like button, the thumb up, or hit thumb down twice. I don't care. That's fine by me. Or subscribe, like, share, leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are, whether you like this video or if you like this kind of content. Please leave a comment, share out the video. Makes you guys look good, makes me look good too, and helps grow the channel. Really appreciate it. But let's dig in. So first, let me share the screen. And we're going to go right into what I was talking about, which is platinum. All right. So here we go. Platinum. Platinum is, we're going to talk about the investment case for platinum. It is a rare, it's a rare metal. It's used for industry, and it's got a lot of use cases too. So, here's a picture of a 1 ounce platinum coin. It looks a lot like silver, and I'm going to share mine in a moment. But it's used for jewelry. It's also used for catalytic converters, which is a big deal in gasoline or diesel engines. So if you have a vehicle that's not electric or even a hybrid, but if it uses gasoline or diesel for whatever reason, for emissions purposes, they have what's called a catalytic converter somewhere in your exhaust system, which pulls out the toxins, the carbon monoxide, the nitrogen gas, the nitrogen oxides, the hydrocarbons. Platinum helps a lot with that effort. So before I get into all the other reasons that I like it, well, I'll show you the coin at the end. Let's do that. So let's wait for that. So let's dig into the reasons why. And this first video here, this is from Stacker University, and I want to give proper credit to him. He did a great video, put a bunch of stuff together, and it's great to talk about. So first off on this chart, you can see that where does platinum come from? It comes basically from 3 countries on the planet: South Africa, which is the bulk of it, 70%. Russia is 12%, and Zimbabwe is 8%. So combined, these 3 countries represent 90% of the production of platinum on Earth. So therefore, that's a concern, right? You have 3 countries that control 90% of the supply. So we also know that 2 of them are BRICS nations because of South Africa and Russia. So if they start going to a different direction, let's just say what if in the that's coming. What if they launch a world currency that uses platinum? Just a thought, because they have a lot of access to it. So that's something to be concerned about. You can see the global demand is higher than the supply. So that's also a concern it's used for industry and automotive, as I mentioned, and jewelry. Those are 3 main usage. I think dental instruments are used with platinum. It's because, again, for the toxins and how pure it can be kept. It was not used a lot. I think it was only discovered like a couple hundred, almost 300 years ago, but it's got a very high melting point. So it was hard to get as a pure platinum. So how rare is it? Let's talk about that for a moment. This is a picture of 3 Olympic swimming pools. And that is I think Patrick mentioned this on the Economic Prepper show. This is the amount of gold that exists on the planet. If you emptied the water out of 3 Olympic-sized swimming pools, you would have enough space to put all the gold on the entire planet. It would fill 3 Olympic swimming pools. Platinum is 30 times more rare, which means you don't need 3 swimming pools. You don't even need a full one. You take 1 swimming pool. If you were to stand in the swimming pool, it would about cover your ankles. It wouldn't even be a foot deep. Okay, that's how little platinum there is on the planet compared to all the gold. So what does that mean? But interesting things to like about platinum. When we get out of inflation markets, we have silver does well, but so does gold, and platinum actually does one of the best returns. Also looking at the price versus platinum versus gold. Platinum being the blue chart and orange being the gold chart here. So gold has outpaced platinum by a large amount. They pretty much tracked with each other, or platinum was above throughout prior to the global financial correction or the crisis in 2008. Then they kind of tracked each other to 2015, and then they really diverged where gold went up and platinum did not. So now the historical ratios are off of normally 1-to-1 or platinum even a little bit more than gold. And gold hit an all-time high, I think, of $2,000 again today. So if platinum was even on par, platinum would be $2,000 an ounce instead of the price it is now, which I'll mention in a moment. Here's the chart. Here's platinum versus gold. And then here's the ratio of platinum to gold. You can see that it really tapered off in the last decade or so, whether I would say 1 or less, where it's always been 1 or higher pretty much since 1971. This is the chart of the price since the 70s. And you can see a general trend. It's kind of like what they call a diverging wedge. You could draw a line. I didn't do it on this one because it's a little difficult to draw on top of this. But you could pretty much draw a line from this bottom of 1970 all the way up to the bottom in 2020, thereabouts, or almost to the present day. That's like your bottom line. That's your baseline. So we're pretty much at the baseline. And your high line is basically drawing from this $250 point back in 1968, whatever that is, and would touch about 4 or 5 of these points if you draw it all the way up to this peak in 2007, 2008. So that's going up, and then this is going that way. So it's kind of, an ascending wedge. Trying to put my hands the right way. Here we go. There. It's like this, right? It's like that. So it's going upwards. We got the baseline at around $1,000, and we have this upwards that's going 3, 4, 5,000. We don't know yet. So that's just a way to look at the chart. But it looks like, all things considered, we're kind of at a good acquisition point. Not financial advice, but it looks like a relative low on the price for platinum these days. Now, this is a summary from the video, and the video that Stackers University did, and it was done 6 months ago. So this is the summary, and it's a monetary and industrial metal that back then it was 60% off its all-time high. I would say more, it's like 40 or 50%, but it's still pretty good. Trading significantly below the price of gold. That is absolutely true. Gold is roughly $2,000 today, whereas platinum is around just under 1,000. It's trading at all-time low ratios in comparison to gold and silver. Limited supply, mined in areas where disruption could cause prices to skyrocket. We talked about the 2 BRICS nations in Zimbabwe. Those 3 control 90% of it. It's interchangeable with palladium, which is trading at almost 2.5 times the price of platinum back then. Quickly showing the price of palladium now. Price of palladium is somewhere between $1,350 and $1,500. Let's call it $1,400 amongst friends for palladium. And an ounce of platinum is roughly just over $1,000. So let's call it 1,070. So it's compared to this, it's about 30% off of palladium. So going back to that chart, instead of 2.5, it's more like 1.3 and 1.5. But still, palladium costs more than platinum. And then lastly, the price right now today is selling close to production cost of $900 to $1,100 an ounce. So that means the price today of platinum being at roughly between $900 and $1,100 an ounce. That's the price to pull it out of the earth. So let's see. That's the summary of that. So let's drop out of here, and then let me show off the coins here real quick. So I actually got 2 coins. So this first coin, this is the ounce of platinum. Okay. There we go. It's the visuals on camera. There's an ounce of platinum, and here's a 25 a quarter ounce of platinum. That's actually a U.S. denoted coin. I think it says $25 somewhere in here. Yeah, it's a 2008 $25 piece, and it has the Liberty head right on top. So platinum, and it doesn't show well on camera, but you get the idea. So the idea is diversifying, not just like with precious metals, but also diversifying across precious metals. Again, not financial advice, but just one strategy to consider. And there's a lot to consider in this video about why I like platinum and why I think it's a good upside risk with not too much downside. So those are my thoughts. Just one guy on the internet sharing his thoughts about platinum. I would love to hear what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Again, like, share, subscribe, all that cool stuff really helps out the channel. I appreciate it a lot. But I'm looking forward to read all your comments. So with all that said, I'm going to close the door on the bureau, say follow leader, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.